Quickly, let's go for the fixtures because otherwise we're going to do 2 hours. Newcastle were going to be up for, but of course they're not now, so that fixture's no longer taking place. So we haven't got to talk about them. Thank God. I don't want to slag them off anymore. Burnley, Everton. I mean, both teams not really playing well, but you've got to back Everton to get a result, I think, here, in my view. You don't see it?
I don't know. I think it's going to be a draw, 1-1.
You like that result, don't you? I'm going to go 2-0.
I do like a 1-1.
I think
1-1.
Dominic's going to get a goal here. Rodriguez will play up again. I think. Well, it's interesting to see what formation they play. Where Rodriguez is still in a central area and they're playing the wing backs.
We did. Sorry, I don't know why I interrupted that. I was going to say we did terribly on these last week.
I don't ever make a log it. I never
don't.
No, no, you can't expect us to be decent at fancy and also get predictions right. I mean, blimey, that's too much to ask. I'm going to go 2-0. Man City, Fulham. I'm not going to go a landslide. I'll go 2-0. I think that 2-0 is a comfortable win. I think Fulham will put some opposition up and City will just kill them off at the end. You going to go 5-0?
I'm going to go landslide.
Are you?
I'm going to go 6.
6-0. You think Fulham will attack and get found out?
I think 6-1. I reckon Fulham will get one. But yeah, I think City are gonna thrash them.
Well, hopefully they get one, and Cancelo's been subbed on 75 minutes, and then they score, and I get my clean sheet. The spawniest, luckiest points ever. Those are. West Ham United. With Fernandes the way he's playing away from home. West Ham are good, though. West Ham have surprised us already this season. That's a really tricky
1-1.
one to call. It'd be a good game, that. You're going to go 1-1.
1-1 has got this weird thing for me now, but yeah, I think it's going to be a really interesting game. I think West Ham are too good to get thrashed. United, I don't think, are good enough to thrash West Ham anyway. So I think
Cavani plays, you'd think, wouldn't you? Cavani starts
for that ridiculous post he made.
Antonio, is he fit? If Antonio's fit, they'll get one. But otherwise, I think I'm going to go 2-0 United. We've seen the defensive data over recent weeks has been strong. If Antonio's not playing, I think West Ham will struggle. So I'm going to go 2-0. Chelsea Leeds. Well, this could be anything.
Yeah,
this is the form attack against the form defence.
Yeah.
Something I'll have to give here. Do you think Leeds will score?
No.
No, nor do I. I think Chelsea are going to do a professional job on them.
So do I, and I think Chelsea are going to win this quite comfortably.
Do you?
And it makes me a bit wary about selling Ziyech.
You see, that's why you're saying that, though. You're biased. You're trying to talk yourself out of the Mahrez move. That's what it is.
I don't know. I mean, like I said earlier, let's not forget. I think Chelsea have scored the most goals in the league. Leeds have looked better now. They've got Phillips back, but
that's true.
I think they're still capable of conceding goals, and I just think Chelsea have too much quality. They're just going to be too good for them, and I don't think it really matters how Bielsa sets up. I think they're just going to find a way through. I think it's going to be a 2 or 3-0 Chelsea.
Do you?
The question marks are, I just think, is Ziyech going to be involved enough to in that win? That's the question.
In a 3-0, what's the minimum you want from Ziyech in a 3-0? 10 points?
He's got to get a goal and assist, really, isn't he?
I mean, he's like KDB and Bruno. If he gets an assist, he's going to be in the mix for bonus because he's going to create a lot of chances. So he'll get the key passes. He'll get the big chances created, probably. But assist's not enough, is it? In a 3-0, you want more than the 6 points. You want 6 or 7 points. You want a double figure.
I think currently I would sell Son for Mahrez
over Ziyech
and keep Ziyech,
even with Arsenal, the opponent for Spurs.
Yes.
All right.
Can you hear my confidence? Yeah. I don't want to sell either.
I'm going to go 1-0 Chelsea here, by the way. I don't think it's going to be high scoring against all odds. I don't. West Brom Palace. We'll get to Spurs Arsenal in a minute. West Brom Palace. Oh dear. I'm going to go Palace here, unfortunately. I'd like West Brom to get a result, but I'm going to go 2-0 to Palace.
I'm going to go 0-0.
Oh yeah, that's a thriller, isn't it? That starts Sunday off with a 0-0. So if you're going to go to a garden centre, which you can do now because lockdown's off, go for the early kick-off because you're not going to miss much according to Az. I don't know if you want to get back for the 2:15 either because that's Sheffield United Leicester. I think you can probably let that one go as well. If you've got Vardy, you want to see it. Yeah, I'm going to go 1-1.
He's a Wednesday fan as well, Vardy.
Yeah, he is. So he's gonna try and do it here in front of the. Do you think he's going to celebrate with the old? Even though there's no fans there.
That's so Vardy, isn't it?
They're in tier 3, so there'd be no fans there, but he'll still pretend there is just to do that, won't he? Just to wind them up.
He's scoring in that game. It's just written in the stars.
And if he does, he will pretend there's fans there just to wind up.
Yeah.
How awful.
For sure.
God. I'm going to go 1-1. I think Brewster's going to score.
Really?
Yeah, but this is his game. Brewster's going to score. You watch it. It'll be the first time
you call me biased.
The first time I play him, he'll get a goal, and then how lucky will that be if that's the case? But I mean, how did they not score at West Brom? I mean, God, they had so many chances.
Yeah. And
I think Mousset's going to play up front with Brewster. I think those two would be handy, actually. I like Mousset as a player. I think he's lively. So,
do you think he'll start?
I think he will. I think they have to change it up. He's got to get goals out of somebody, isn't he? So Mousset is probably their best attacker, I would say. And we haven't seen Brewster what he can do yet. I think those two might start. Yeah.
I don't want Brewster because I'm reluctant to lose Mopé just purely because I don't want to downgrade him down to Brewster.
You're reluctant to lose Mopé. You're going to lose Son, but not Mopé. Yeah, all right, okay.
God, I know. It makes sense. Yeah, it's good that I'm doing this pod, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to lose Mopé for Welbeck at 5.5. A bit more expensive, but who else is there? Unless you get Brewster,
no,
you've got to pay. Welbeck is the next cheapest.
I'd just get Brewster and change and play 5 in midfield or 4 at the back. That's what I would do. That's what I am doing. What I'm talking about, but I just don't think. I think you're right. There's not a lot there, is there? Under 6, there's nothing at the moment. So anyway, I'm going to go 1-1 there. What did you say for this? What did you reckon, Leicester, Sheff United?
I think they went 3-0 Leicester.
Oof. Spurs Arsenal. Kane has got 10 goals in 11 games against Arsenal. So I am fully expecting Kane to rip it up in this one. I mean, Arsenal turn up in indifferent form, shall we say. And Mourinho surely isn't going to play conservative in this. You'll have fans in the stadium, don't forget, right? So there's going to be 2,000 lucky Spurs fans watching this. So will that change the dynamic? Don't know. But Spurs 2-0 for me, maybe even 3-0. I'm going to go 3-0. Sod it.
I don't think Spurs are going to find this that easy. I think we've seen Arsenal beat United 1-0. I mean, no one really anticipated that result. I think Arteta does know how to set up a team to frustrate opponents, and it's in games where he's actually had to be a bit more expansive and they haven't looked right, and it's cost them. I think they're going to frustrate Spurs. I think it could be 1-1.
I mean, it'd be awful if 2,000 Spurs fans go back to the stadium and they see Arsenal beat them. That'd be awful. I mean, I can't.
Yeah, I don't think Arsenal have got enough to win it, but I think they will frustrate them. I think it could be a nervy 1-0 Spurs, or a 1-1.
I think if an early goal goes in, I think Spurs will run out win. I think they'll do what they did to West Ham, but they won't concede 3 goals in the second.
Which is why I'm thinking of binning Son.
All right. Okay. Liverpool Wolves. Wolves are struggling to score goals. They haven't got Jimenez. Liverpool haven't got a defence, but they've looked all right.
Robertson's a doubt as well, isn't
he? He is. I think he'll be all right. I'm going to go. I've got to go just with the 2-0. It's a very Lawrenson scoreline, quite literally, but we'll go for that. Do you see it being anything but Liverpool win? It's got to be, isn't it?
Yeah, Liverpool win that. I think 2-1. I reckon Neto's going to get one.
Okay. And Brighton Southampton.
I love him now.
1-0 to Brighton. I think Brighton will win this game. Southampton. I can't see Southampton scoring against the second best defence in the Premier League, Brighton on their Albion. Just can't see it.
It was a really good performance against Liverpool. I was really happy with Brighton. I was a bit worried when I saw the team. I was a bit worried when I saw Veltman playing. But in general, I mean, Liverpool fans, I don't think can be aggrieved. I know the penalty was contentious, but I think in general it was Brighton were definitely worthy of a point in that. So yeah, it just depends what team Brighton turn up. I think a draw is probably more likely in that. I think it could be. Is there going to be goals?
No.
I'll go 1-1 again.
Yeah, I don't think there's many goals in that. I'll stick with 1-0.